Hi, welcome to Mike's Diabetes World. Yes, it's another fun and exciting day of me in my room under the fans. Ooh ah, ooh ah, ooh ah. But by the time you see this, the heat wave will be over. Now, I'd like to discuss today, you know, going out your water activities. I know personally, I always couldn't really tell if I was going low, and now I definitely can't. So you want to ensure that you are able to do things. Now, swimming always used to wash away my sweat, because back then I did have symptoms. Now I don't have symptoms. So swimming causes issues. And two things about getting a low while you're swimming. One is that you don't feel it because the sweat's gone. Two, it happens later. I would always usually go home if I was swimming at a pool or whatever, go home and have a low later in the day. So it can affect your body. Doesn't necessarily make you drop right away, but it could later. So you want to make sure that you understand and take care of that. Now, a lot of people say, take your pump supplies with you in case they fall off or whatever. Now, they say unless you have a really good patch. Now, personally, I always use Tegaderm. And this, I just recently ordered some offline. I think it's not just a patch or something off Amazon. And I want to give it a try and see if that's going to help. Nothing's also worse than losing a transmitter, because that's the expensive part. So make sure you do have backup. Insulin. And you can get all sorts of different cooler type things, packs for your insulin. But don't have it lying right next to the ice pack or however you're keeping it cool, because a lot of times that itself could freeze the insulin. And freezing insulin is not the greatest thing. Now, so often people just like to get out with their friend, have fun. But unfortunately, that diabetes head shows itself. And, make sure somewhere close to you have testing supplies. Do a test before, because if you're already low and you go swimming, oh my God, you're going to drop. You should do it while you're swimming. And I know years ago we used to have a cabin up at Cultus Lake, and there would be a long dock, and on that dock, we'd take our stuff down so we wouldn't have to come up soaking wet and get a towel. I mean, the cabin was in 25 yards or whatever. back then, yard, sorry. So, get it there so you can test right away. Make sure you have sugar in some form, some fast acting sugar for yourself, and also have a snack. Because, as days go later, meal times are pushed back. And if you're sort of doing a beach day, oh well, we'll eat a little bit later. So be careful. Also, be careful on, keeping yourself hydrated. That goes with the heat, that goes with anything. Now, be careful what you're hydrating with, because that could cause your blood sugar to go up. Now, something simple like fruit juice will cause you to go up. And, people say, oh, well, yeah, that's fine. Never does anything to me. But yet, it could cause you problems. And you know what? Feeling ill, even if it's diabetes ill and not, sick ill, is just as bad. I mean, you're just sitting there, it's ever so hot, nothing's really happening well. But you have to do the best. Don't they know I'm videotaping? Yeah, I'm dating myself. But everything we do as diabetic pretty well work great when everything goes as planned. When you plan out your day and everything, is working great. But, there's always that thing. You have a work function or a school function. Now, I'm thinking back, and since we started to talk on swimming and that, I can remember grade 7, we had this swimming day out by a park that had a pretty nice outdoor pool, and that was sort of like our grade 7, graduation field trip. And I'm thinking back now, I wouldn't have been prepared. It's kind of like I didn't bring anything to eat, but I didn't have to, in other words. But still, thinking back now, what would I have done? If possible, don't put your pump or anything in a locker that you won't be able to fix or get into. Give your key to your teacher or somebody you work with. Let them know, if things aren't working right and I'm getting a little confused. And, a lot of people, they don't really put this in, but I have seen a lot of people cry, and I personally don't cry, but I kind of wail sometimes. And I kind of sort of know that what I'm trying to tell someone, but it doesn't always work. And lying down here, I could lay down, but then I end up on the floor, and trying to call out for help doesn't always work. So, a beach day, you want to try to keep your insulin. You can get them on Amazon, like the little insulin packs. Don't Keep them in the cooler. Don't keep them out in direct sun. Oh yeah, it's in my bag, but yet the heat is getting to it. We talked about freezing. Heat can ruin the insulin as well. And a lot of times, like I said, you're washing away, and everyone else is, playing games now. Oh, but I have to check my blood sugars. Oh no. But they're going off to play this, with the beach ball in the water. But I won't. I can't go. Ensure that also when you come out, if you're using the pump throughout the day, make sure you plug it back in. If not, make sure you have talked to your doctor to say, hey, when I go out to do activities, can I go off the pump, and how much of insulin would I have to give? You want to ensure that you're prepared. Now, we talked about how, everything, my diabetes is under control when things go normally. When you're at home, you know where everything is. You know that you're breaking for lunch at 12. You get up early, you have breakfast, then you have dinner. But what happens if things don't go? And that's what you have to remember. Now, years ago, and I haven't seen them really, but the only time I've really seen them now is with the actual medical alert. Now, I have a medical alert here, and I have a medical alert here. Sorry, where is it? There it is. And is it around here? Somewhere here. I have it on my watch as well. Now, why do I have all three? Because a lot of times I have lost a bracelet. Somehow, when I'm low and sort of having a severe reaction, and people treat me, ambulance or whatever, they may take them off to, call it in and forget about it. So I also want to make sure that because I'm such a brittle, I want to make sure that, whether they take the arm there, my watch arm, or around my chest, that they're able to get to see that I am a diabetic. And you know what? It's probably a damn good idea out at the beach or anywhere. You're being more active. And if things aren't right, forget what other people say. Stop and do a test. What? It's by the whole time you do everything, 30 seconds, you get a blood sugar, and then you're done. It's as easy as pie. So do your blood sugar. Okay, let's do a quick review. If you're going out to the beach, besides towels, sunscreen, your bathing suit maybe, or unless you're going to a different type of beach, but you want to ensure that you have backup supplies for your pump, backup insulin, and also syringes. If something happens and your pump fails, or it doesn't, you can't connect, you want to ensure that you have ways of giving yourself insulin so that you can enjoy the rest of the day. You don't have to say, well, I have to go home. Now, this isn't really swimming, but when one of my last jobs, I started to wear the pump, and sometimes the tubing would get caught and would get pulled out. Now, when you're out at the beach and that's a very big possibility. If you stop, do a blood sugar, treat a high, treat a low, have something to eat, you're going to continue on and have more fun during the day. Think about it. I'll talk with you later. Have a great day. Bye now.